Represented by head coach Ray Tanner and student athletes Scott Wingo, Michael Roth, and Christian Walker. Coach Tanner, please make an opening statement at this time.
We're very happy to be sitting up here after a win tonight. It certainly didn't start out that way for us with Barnes out there, and I know he's a first-round draft choice, but early on it looked like he was ready for the big leagues already. That's very, very special and tremendous ability. I knew that Roth was going to battle for us. Just didn't start out so well for us, and Barnes looked really great. But like we've done for a long time, we battled, and we had a big 3-run fifth, ran the bases well, got a couple of clutch hits, and we just continued to compete. And Roth got some big outs for us, so it was a great win for us tonight.
Questions for the student athletes?
For either of you guys, what was going on in the first 3 innings there defensively? It seemed like you guys were kicking it around, really kind of uncharacteristic.
I don't know about brain farts, but we just didn't make the plays. I think as the game went on, though, we bared down a little bit and got the job done.
Back of the room.
Michael, this is for you. You've been in this position several times this year against a starting pitcher that has a lot of recognition. Where you're kind of the unsung pitcher again tonight, and the analysts were talking from ESPN. Amazing the difference. 19th pick in the draft, number 938. Was that any extra motivation tonight, Michael, in your effort? Did you need that?
No, I don't think I need any extra motivation just to go out there and try to win us a ball game, and hopefully if we're lucky we keep doing what we're doing. Face a couple more first rounders.
Neil.
For Scotty and Christian, Barnes seemed to start to labor a little bit there, and you guys were taking advantage of some real good at bats, very disciplined. Finally started getting to him. Did you feel like that was the approach you needed to take to kind of wear him down?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. First inning came out strong, and after that we kind of settled down and swung the pitches that we wanted to swing at, and started doing stuff that we wanted to do instead of swinging at the balls just out of the zone or chasing. And I think that had a lot to do with it. But at the same time, I feel like we after we settled down, we had some better at bats, and game went our way.
Scott, would you say that this team is just comfortable playing in the postseason? I mean, not to jinx or anything, but it's 10 straight wins in the national tournament. It seems like there's just a comfort level that you guys have playing at this level.
We were there last year, and I think the experience helps us a little bit. But yeah, I think we came to play tonight, and maybe the experience helped us a little bit. But we just played hard, played good.
Chris.
Christian, talk about the bunt play in the second inning, and then y'all turned to double play in the third inning. How did that help with the momentum change?
Helped a lot. Something as little as flipping a ball to home plate and making a play is something big that we needed, and it happened a couple times against us when we were in Alabama against Vandy, and I didn't want to let it happen again. And I kind of anticipated it, and coach had me playing in, and it worked out for our favor.
Michael, I know you kind of had to survive a flurry of hits by UConn in that first inning. What did you do to kind of calm yourself down? And you obviously got a lot more comfortable as the game went on.
I mean, it's just one inning, and you can't let one inning get to you. And it was just 1 run, so it's not a big deal. I know these guys, behind me are going to, make the plays, and one mess up isn't going to bother me at all. So, we're a team, and that's the way we play like.
Michael, have you figured out what BF stands for?
Yeah, I figured that out.
Have you pitched enough now to understand what it means to go deep into a ball game and try and save this staff, and especially in a 3-game series like this?
Yeah, exactly. I had to convince him a little bit to let me go back out there in the 9th. But you always want to try to save your pen, especially in the first game. And I wasn't too many pitches. And that's why we train and work hard in the weight room.
Scott, it seems like all year there's been trying to put last year away and not look too far ahead, but it seems like now you are at a point that you could look ahead because you are 1 game away.
Yeah, I mean, we know we're a game away, but we really hadn't done anything yet until we make that last out. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, we know we hadn't done anything yet, so we're not looking ahead, at all.
Scott, you come up twice. Once you tie the game, the second you put the go-ahead run across. Could you just describe those at-bats a little bit? I mean, I think they were both with 2 outs. What was going through your head about trying to get to Matt Barnes early?
The first at-bat, I think it was 2-0. I was just trying to, get extended a little bit and put a good swing on it. And the second one, I think I took a fastball that second at-bat, but, I was a little mad about that, but I guess it turned out good. He threw me a changeup, and I just sprayed it in the center, so that's what I did there.
Scott, could you talk about the pick that Adrian made on the 5-4-3 double play and you turning it? And Christian, what's it like to be on the back end of that and just feel the air go out of what could have been a big inning for them?
Adrian, he's been awesome at third all year, and he's made a lot of those plays. So that was a real big double play. I don't know about Walker, what do you guys say about it?
Well, I mean, I've been on the back end of those plays all year, and I mean, they do it all the time. They do it so effortlessly. I kind of expect it. I expect the ball to beat the runner, and I mean, situations like that, I don't have to do too much. Just catch the ball, and I mean, that's why I like it.
Michael, by the time you come out of every game, your line seems to be almost identical. It's like 16, 17 times now, pretty soon. Are you even amazed by your own consistency?
No, I don't really pay attention to the numbers too much. I just try to go out there and give my team a chance to win. And I like going deep into games just because I like being out there. I like playing. I hate being on the bench. And I just go out there every inning. I mean, when I think of baseball logically, it makes sense that it should be harder for the hitters not to get hits. I mean, and so that's what I try to do.
Anything else for the student athletes? That's good.
Well, we're going to go some international business course as well.
Why don't all the pitchers use things like that?
Take questions now for Coach Tanner. DC?
Ray, as those balls were kind of getting kicked around in the first 3 innings there, first of all, what were you thinking? And second, I think you had a little get-together after the 3rd inning. What did you tell the guys right then?
Well, it's part of baseball. Sometimes it doesn't start out like you want it to, but you have 9 frames to play, and as long as you don't give up too many, you have a chance to battle back. And it happens. It's happened to us throughout the season. We played some really good defense at times, but we've had some games like a lot of college teams have, and didn't start out all that well for us when Marzilli wasn't able to pick the ball up and a great hustle play, and they ended up getting a hit there to score the run. And and after that, Barnes comes out and he was special. No doubt about it. His stuff is good. We've seen some good stuff in the SEC, but he was first-round draft choice. Boston's got him a good one, and we just told the guys, hey, we got to keep battling. We're going to have to scrap. We're not going to get a lot off this guy, but we got to be competitive and try to get some balls to fall and keep it close, and let's get deep in the game and win it late if we need to. But we got to continue to fight and scrap. And after our first 2 guys struck out tonight, that's not very encouraging. But you got a lot of outs left, and we ended up having some good at-bats after that, especially 4th and 5th. We had some really, really tough at-bats, and that really made the difference in the game for us. And not to discount what Michael Roth did. I mean, he really is amazing. He continues to battle, and he doesn't pitch against the other guy. He just like he said he was. He goes out and tries to stay out there as long as he can. 2 or 3 times, 7th, 8th, I was thinking about going to the pen. We got a pretty good pen, and he's feeling good. I want to say my pitch count's good, and you sort of have to defer to guys like that, especially based on what he's done for us. So just an outstanding win for us, and Michael was able to throw some goose eggs in there after the first.
Back there.
Coach, a little bit more on Michael. Obviously, again, he's not pitching against Matt Barnes, but in a showdown, what this game meant. Can you just talk a little bit more about his performance and, again, the ability to be consistent as the stakes keep going up each? I mean, this is his first year as a starter full-time.
Well, for those in the room who've followed this really closely over the years, he was in a tough situation for us throughout last year, although it was in the bullpen, and sometimes it was one batter, sometimes it was two. He was out there in some game-saving situations so we could get to Matt Price. And then we started the year as a starter. We knew what we were going to get from an effort standpoint. We knew what we were going to get from a competitive standpoint. But I can't tell you that I knew that he was going to go like he's gone for us and go deep into games and get wins against great teams like he has all the time. I thought he'd be special, but not like this. And he continues to just do it. He's a guy that, you know, you heard him talk. He doesn't let a lot of things enter into it. He just goes out and plays and tries to do the things he can to help his team win, and he really doesn't overthink it. Tries to make some pitches and get them off balance. Tries to, you know, locate a little bit and play defense, and it has worked in a big way. He's had a special year.
How conscious was that? Was it a conversation before the game, early in the game, about trying to work counts against Barnes, and how much it was them just naturally doing it?
Well, you know, Coach Myers did a great job preparing for their hitters with the scouting reports. I looked at every one of Barnes' boxes throughout the entire season. I looked at the hits, the walks, the pitch counts from day one this season, trying to find a situation where we might have an opportunity if he's going to go out there and blank us. And of course, the way the game started, you just hope that you get to the 6th or 7th maybe with a pitch count where they have to go to the bullpen. Now they got guys in the bullpen that can get you out, but you got to keep it close when you're battling with guys like that. And that was the process that, you know, let's put together some good at bats. If we have an opportunity where he gets behind, then, you know, we'll try to run the pitch count up a little bit. But we just had some great bats there in the 5th, and you know, I got to give our fans an assist. That was a special atmosphere. We've got great fans. They've been there for us for a long, long time. But it was at a fever pitch tonight when we needed to score. They were helping us. We had more than 9 people going there for a while.
Coach, in this way back here, and in this format, how important is it to not only take game 1 but also only using one guy out of the bullpen as well?
Well, you'd like to think that was a good thing for us, but it's baseball. Anything can happen. Tomorrow might be 15-14 or 1-0, and none of this factors in because that's the way the game's played. It can present a lot of different scenarios for you from day to day. So, really, you know, we won today. That's great. You know, we have an opportunity to stay where we want to stay for a day, but tomorrow's a new one. We got to come out and play well and get some good pitching.
Ray, the difference between the at bats were amazing. Barnes strikes out the side in the first, and then Marzilli's hitting it off the wall. Wingo's going the other way. Did you see something more specifically in Matt Barnes' motion? Was he giving something away, Ray? Was it more than just great at bats? Were you guys seeing something?
I don't think he was giving anything away. I mean, like most pitchers, you're not quite as good from a stretch as you are from a windup, and you know, he drops off a little bit from a stretch, but not an enormous amount. You just get a little bit better pass. You know, velocity stays maybe in the low 90s instead of the mid 90s sometimes from a stretch, and you get a chance to put a little pressure on him with base runners, and you know, it gives you more to think about as a pitcher. And we talked about shortening up. You know, after he blitzed the first 2 batters of the game, I told our guys, if you don't shorten up, there's going to be a lot of those because, as Coach Bergman used to say, he throws fast, and it was in there. I mean, he threw some fastballs in, started dumping his breaking ball, and we're fortunate. I mean, he could have gone into a situation tonight with big time strikeouts.
Coach, in your way of thinking, how important was getting the runner at the plate in the 2nd inning? I mean, it's 1-0. Barnes just had that 3 up, 3 down, 3K inning, and you're able to get out of there without them scoring after they had a leadoff man on.
That was big. You can't, if you get in a battle like we ended up in tonight, and you're 4 or 5 runs down with Barnes on the mound, that's an insurmountable lead. That's huge when you've got a guy like him out there. You know, sometimes you can battle back from a 4 or 5 run deficit, not with a guy like Matt Barnes. That's not going to happen. His stuff is too good. He won't allow it. He's going to end up getting a strikeout when he needs one, and so it was crucial for us to stay right where we were. We had to make a play. Morales' double play. That ball was hit extremely hard down there. I mean, I had a good angle from where my vantage point, and I barely saw it go in Adrian's glove, and they were able to roll it. That was huge.
Is it going to be Colby Holmes tomorrow?
Yes.
Anything else for Coach Shannon?
Coach, what do you tell your guys before tomorrow's game? Is it that just another game, take it, just one inning at a time? Is it that simple with what's in front of you?
I don't say a whole lot to these guys, to be honest with you. I mean, I know that next year is going to be a lot different because there are going to be some new faces, although we got some guys coming back. But these guys get it. They really do. We kicked it around early tonight. There wasn't a lot of panic in the dugout. It was, hey, we got to do a little bit better than this. And there's some maturity, there's some experience, and they know the deal. And we also know we can come out tomorrow and they can run us out of here. I mean, they're that good, and we're not that good, and we know it. Our guys know that. We don't just throw our gloves out. We have to play well, and we didn't start this game out so well tonight. But Roth battled, and we had a couple of big hits here and there, and a couple of big plays. But our guys know who they are, and we respect the game. We try to play it hard, and we created a few things on the bases tonight that helped us out a little bit, but that's what it is, So I don't worry about what happens. I want to win, but I believe in my players and their approach, and I'm okay with that. And I'm completely confident that regardless of what happens, the win or the loss, are you guys focused and understand what's at stake? They are. They know the deal. They know how they have to play, and hopefully it'll be a good one.
Anything else for Coach Tanner?